So for someone new here, welcome to today's webinar. My name is Iverson Lee. I'm a speaker, consultant, and also a teacher focusing and specializing in Chinese metaphysics. Okay, this is what I do. And today, I'm going to share with you one specific topic, primarily about wealth. And why this is so important is if you learn metaphysics before, you know that the next coming 2 to 3 years is not a pretty picture, isn't it? So, and some of you here already struggling. And why? How come I know this? Because every day I receive a lot of questions. It's not like I don't want to reply them because it's too much. So I say, hey, why not I do it in a form of webinar so I can benefit more people? Yeah, so so everyone can know about it rather than response one to one because it's a huge amount of emails and all these questions coming in. So today is primarily is to share with you, right, what to prepare from our point of view. I mean, you can ask a banker to see from their perspective about finance. So how about from a metaphysics point of view, right? Don't you think this is also something important? How do we handle this? And first of all, this is not the first time we experience this. Yeah, and some of you probably you actually attended some of my courses before or some of my webinars. We've been talking about this like how long already? I think 2019 or around 6 years. Yeah, so because I keep telling people, hey, this thing is coming, period nine, you need to get prepared and all this. So here we are now. We are in this period of volatility. And I don't want to think that because it's volatile, that you cannot make more money or you feel that your luck is gone. Yeah, some of you might feel that your prime is not there. How can I survive this? Don't worry. Okay, I'll do my best. I'll do my best to share with you what you can do. There are always, yeah, remember this, there are always something you can do about it. Okay, so now this is just to share with you a little bit first, yeah, especially someone you're new here. Probably you're not sure that, how come I'm so passionate about metaphysics is because I didn't study that way. Yeah, some of you might think I was easy for you to say this because you haven't gone through financial issue. I did, okay, which in fact 10 years ago, I actually get myself in a very tough spot financially, and I can see my way out of it, right? So definitely I understand how it feels that every moment your creditors is calling and you don't know what to do. And the worst part, you hate your job. At that time, back to 10 years ago, I was a software programmer like this, right? So some of you wondering, hey, what is a software programmer do? Basically, they're sitting down, facing a computer, writing software. And you might think, hey, how come you chose to be a software programmer? I have no idea because when that time I was in college, I don't know what to choose. I just follow my bunch of friends studying IT. Okay. I don't even know what I signed up myself into. Yeah, that's how it got started. So logically, after I graduated, this is my job, right? I was a programmer. I'm writing codes. And one thing, I hate my job, but I cannot get out of it because I also struggle financially. Okay. Yeah. So how many of you here somehow you don't like your job? If your boss is in this webinar, better don't say yes. Okay. Yeah. But that time internally, I feel not happy. Okay. Yeah. I feel I don't know why I'm going to work. I drive myself to work every single day, especially Monday morning. Right. My happiest day would be Friday evening. How many of you have this feeling? There could be a sign that you actually don't much like your job. Okay, so Sarah asks us which programming language you were applying. That time there are few. I actually learned PHP and also some visual programming from Microsoft. Okay, so this is a little bit technical. So this is what I do. And that time I don't know what is happening, right? Because I know, hey, I'm that time I have a lot of promises I make to my parents or my family. Hey, I'm going to provide all of this to you. I'll be a good son, good provider to my family. But I behind all my promises. It doesn't feel good, right? So therefore that time I discovered what I about to share with you, certain systems. There are certain system some of you might heard about like BaZi, Feng Shui, Qi. So these are the system I discovered, hey, a lot of people using this, and I discovered that a lot of rich people using this. Must be something working, right? Otherwise, why all these affluent people, they're from all these billionaires, business tycoon, why they're using this? It's not that they're applying it themselves, but they hired a master to help them to apply this. So I say, hey, since I hate my job and I'm going nowhere financially, why not? I take a leap of faith and learn something. So therefore, long story short, after I learned it, I discovered they are system. Yeah, they are system that I can use and apply immediately and can, I would say, change my destiny. A lot of people think, Iverson, are you saying that change your destiny overnight? No. All right. We know it's not possible to change our destiny overnight. If right now you're struggling financially, no way you can become a millionaire tomorrow. You might think, okay, I was what if I hit a lottery or jackpot, right? If you are not that type of person, you don't know how to handle money, even you won $1 million, eventually you lose everything, or even more than that. Agree? So therefore, the time I discovered, I know I cannot change my destiny overnight, but I can change my direction overnight. Make sense? It might seem like a very small change, but over time, it lead me to different direction. So therefore, I discovered BaZi Feng Shui, this system. Later, I'm going to share with you more of this. And around 2.7 years, around 2 years, 7 months, all right, plus minus, that time I able to actually get out myself from all this debt. I bought myself a whole house for me, and then also a dream car, and I also able to take care of my family. All right, so that is the whole reason why I started this in the first place. So, and this is what I am doing right now. Yeah, just to share with you. You see this? Okay, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a consultant, and I'm a speaker. So this is what I do, and this is some of the companies I've been privileged, invited to speak to as well. So to share with them, how do we apply this mystical art, or some people perceive this is like the metaphysics of the ancient art. Okay, this is what I discovered. And one thing here, there are so many things I can focus in metaphysics, because this system here not limited just for self-empowerment. I use this system for generate wealth, and improve relationships, and also knowing about your future health issues. So at least you can prevent it if you can, if you're diligent, you're disciplined, and go check out something. So it's sort of like covered everything. But for me, that time, because I was in debt that time, so my main focus is about wealth, and even until now, okay, yeah, I like to do this. So most of my clients are either professionals, entrepreneurs, multimillionaires, or someone who intend to be one. How many of you here you want to be financially independent? Yeah, let's not talk about financial freedom first. All right. Independent means that if you resign today, you need not to worry about money anymore until your old age. How many of you here would like that? Type it with me in the chat box right now. Let me check out who you are. Okay, I saw Marina, Rowena, Swangi Chang. Okay, all right, good. So this is what I do. And because of that, I built a reputation around finance, money. So the first question people will ask me, most of the time, people won't ask me about relationship questions, or whether their neighbor got affair or not. I leave it to other people. I don't I don't like to deal with all these things. All right. So basically, I don't care about what's happening to them. So because I'm more focused on my own business. Don't you think so? Right? If I want my family to become better, I need to be better first. So that is my philosophy of viewing life, and that's why a lot of people ask me question is related to wealth. And the most common question that they're asking me is, Iverson, Can you check on my chart and see whether I will become rich or not? How many of you here you actually ask that question? Maybe not to me, but maybe to yourself when you sometimes that's the reason you want to know, right, about your own parts chart. So when I mention parts chart is this, okay? Is a chart where in order to get the chart, you just key in your year of birth and time of birth, and therefore the chart plotting out, and it contains a lot of information about you. So the first question normally people ask me, hey, Iverson, will I become rich or not? Will I become a millionaire or multi-millionaire or even a billionaire? So I receive a lot of questions. Of course, I read their charts and I discovered one thing. 95% of the chart is bad financially. Okay. It might be a bit depressive to hear. All right. I've been in this industry or in this line of profession for 10 years, almost 10 years now. So I had the privilege to read a lot of charts that come by. All right. So I would say 95% of the people financially, is not a good chart. By statistic. That's why you look at the whole world, only 5% of the people earn all the wealth combined. I think you read about those statistics before, right? So next time, and if someone suddenly asks you about their wealth, whether the chart got good wealth elements or not, or is it a good wealthy chart, if you say no, 95% you're right. Most of the time you're right. And the 5% of the people won't even ask you that question in the first place because they already become one, right? So probably their focus is very different. So, and yeah, I'm telling you all this is not trying to depress you, but is to know reality. Right? I don't believe in positive thinking like I'm rich, I'm confident, I got good luck. I more believe in intelligence. Intelligence means that you know what is the reality right now. You're not going to in a delusion world. You know what is happening and you identify action to solve those problems. Okay, I'm into the later part, right? I don't believe in positive thinking like that. I believe in reality, what's happening, accept it, and become better. Okay, how many of you here align to my thinking? Yeah, you need to face reality, right? Otherwise, you keep sitting inside your room and then keep saying, "I'm a millionaire, millionaire, millionaire." What will happen after 10 years? Yeah, maybe you're, I would say that maybe you're being taken away to somewhere safe, right? Because become crazy already. So therefore, when my expertise, or I would say my passion, relies on converting the 95% into the 5%. Yeah, that's always because the 5% they do need my help. How many of you here follow me? All right, because the 5% probably they're gonna ask me something else. Is never about money anymore. Maybe ask about the competition, their competitor and all those things. So I actually discovered that actually what I'm doing, to summarize what I'm doing, it seems like complicated. I do so many things, I read so many charts, but in the end, I try to reflect it like a few months ago. I reflect, hey, what actually I'm doing. And I discovered that one very I would say the awakening moment. Hey, actually, I'm converting the 95% to become the 5%. So now my question to you here is, do you want to be the 5% or not? Yeah, this is a very important question. Some people don't want because being the 5% does not mean it's easy. It's possible. I can read the chart, I can figure out the path, how to be the 5%, but the process might not be enjoyable, right? You need to work, you need to do something. You need to sacrifice maybe some time. Yeah, besides spending all the time with your family, there's something need to be done. Basically. A lot of people also telling me, hey, I also want to be a millionaire. They like the outcome, but they don't like the process. Once I tell them this is what you do, they say, oh, it's so hard, right? Then they're gonna actually lecture me about life philosophy. Okay, bro, you only live once, Don't why you want to do all this? Just enjoy. Let's go with the flow. Some people do that, right? So therefore, I need to ensure that you are determined, right? If you're determined, I can share with you the concept here. How do you turn the 95% charts into the 5%. Okay. And why I can tell you this? Because I actually see it works. I apply techniques for myself and my clients, and then they see the progress. And again, I'm telling you, it's not overnight. For me, it took me 2 years plus. Maybe you're more intelligent, you're faster than me. Maybe it only took you 1 year. So the timing is varies, depends on how committed you are. So, and how do I do this? How do I do this here is I discovered that, because when we read metaphysics, all is about five elements. I think you heard about we translate everything, our dreams, whatever it is, into our five elements so we can read the strategy. So basically, wealth, whether you're able to accumulate wealth in your chart, is depends on whether your energy actually resonate with wealth or not. Have you actually met someone that no matter how hard their work, but they cannot make money, they cannot attract money? Have you met someone like this? Oh, maybe you are. You're very hardworking, you don't know why, right? I'm a good citizen, I go to work on time, I work until midnight, but how come I don't see money? All right, so a lot of people might thinking they need to do more job, but maybe we should check the main cause first. Yeah, because wealth is about energy. Is your body energy attuned or attract wealth or not? Yeah, because wealth is like this. When attention goes, energy flows. Okay, so therefore, when the energy flows to that direction, the wealth will grow as well. So my question to you here is this, very simple. When we look at wealth as an energy, so do you chase wealth right now or you attract wealth? Energy, right? This is yin and yang. Right? If you learn metaphysics, you know what I'm talking about. But if not, now you know. There are only two ways to make money. All right. Either you are chasing wealth or you're attracting wealth. Which one you prefer? Chase or attract? Okay, let's say we talk about romantic relationship. Do you like to chase someone or you want someone to chase you, which means you're attracting? Of course, attracting, right? So which means that it become effortless. You attract wealth to you, which means you become the wealth, right? Your energy, your body, and everything actually attracting to it. And we've seen a lot of people like this also, right? That does not mean they work harder than you, but they're attracting opportunities, the right people to help them. And we can explain why. And now you know, because of energy differences. So how many of you here want to actually level up this energy first? Yeah, let's not talk about what to learn, what to do. If your energy is not fixed, I don't care how hard you are, how intelligent you are, it doesn't matter because your energy repels wealth energy. Okay, now, so when we actually look at this part here, when we the wealth element here, how many of you here want to learn how to increase your wealth energy first? Yeah, increase a little bit first. Type the word me. Okay. So I see so many yes here. Okay, very good. So in order to do that, yeah, the solution is very simple. Stop listening to philosophy talk. Okay, let me repeat again. Stop listening to philosophy, or maybe you're very philosophical. So the more you do that, you're repelling wealth energy. What do I mean by that? Okay, so have you met someone that keep having opinion on everything? Right? When you start to make money, they'll say what? They'll tell you money can buy a house, but not a home. Have you heard about that before? Okay, or money cannot buy health, money cannot buy friends, money cannot buy happiness. Yeah, all of this, right? And sometimes when we heard it often, we also think that maybe you are the one preaching your friends. And you don't know how annoying they are because for being polite, they just laugh, they just tell you, who very wise philosophy. but but actually inside their heart they say, okay, what is this? Okay. So now you think about this, right? A lot of people say money cannot buy a home, uh, only can buy a house. Think about this, right? How good your home is if every day your landlord knocking the door asks you to pay rental. You still call it a home? Come on. Yeah, your whole family in stress. Right? A lot of people say, oh, money cannot buy health. But do you know that if you have some money, you can have access to the best doctor in the world, the best medicine, the best supplement, or maybe a great personal trainer? Whether you use the trainer or not is irrelevant, right? But you have the option to do it. So actually, it helps a lot. And I also know some people say, hey, money cannot buy friends. How many of you agree with this? They say money cannot buy friends. Okay, let me give you one test here. All right. Let's say you're broke. The fastest way to lose your friend is to ask them to borrow you money. You want to borrow money from them. I'm telling you, you're not going to see them tomorrow. After a few times, and you discover your friend, a lot of people unfriend you. You try and see. All right. So actually, yeah, the more if you actually start to borrow money, more friend will disappear. Suddenly you see your Facebook friend also decrease by 80%. They're not going to talk to you anymore. Right. So yeah, so and a lot of people also say money cannot buy happiness. Come on, I was saying, right? How can money buy happiness? But if you need to depress, would it be cool if you depress in a Lamborghini or private jet that you own rather than at a public transport like a bus? If you need to depress anyway, which location or vehicle you need to be depressed in? So therefore, if you try to be philosophical, you have this need to argue. So which means your whole body rejecting wealth, and no way you become wealthy. Okay, so you might seems like, oh, am I telling joke here? No, this is serious. This is the first thing I discovered because your thinking represent energy. And have you also heard someone say that okay, money is not important? Only if you have a lot of money, you can say that, right? Yeah, then only you're able to say that. But most people, they don't. They're still struggling, but they're trying to do this for like a defensive mechanism. So therefore, in summary here, to raise your energy, you need to be okay, or you don't have the guilt to make money. Yeah, you need to have you can tell everyone that you want to make more money unapologetically. If you're able to do it, your energy is pure, and then you start to attracting wealth coming in. You try and see. Yeah. Okay. So if any of your friends telling you all this philosophical thing, I think it's a time to unfriend them temporarily. Okay, Kara. You might think, how come Iverson asked me to unfriend? Yes, you need to, right? Because those people affecting your energy field, therefore you don't see opportunities. Okay, cool. So the first step here is, don't be, I would say, philosophical. Yeah, it might make you feel clever or intelligent, but what use of it if you can't even support your own life? All right. So now let me share back this chart with you here. Chase and attract. And I discovered one thing when I mentioned the 5% are using this. Yeah. And then the 95% of people that have this mentality of chasing. Yeah, work hard on this. And it's not their fault. Yeah, by the way, because we are being taught this way. You want to do everything, we work hard, right? So therefore, a lot of people, if I ask you right now, do you want a great life or hard life? Of course, very easy answer. Who wants a hard life, right? But the thing here is, most of the people are doing exactly the thing that lead them to the hard life. Okay, do you want this recipe? Okay, let me give you the recipe to get into the hardest destiny or hard life. Do you want this or not? Why this is important? If you do the opposite, you get a great life. All right. So this is the recipe. Very expensive. This recipe. Okay. Now, hard life. People don't want this. Let me tell you three recipe. Number one, study hard. Okay. All right. You might think, Iverson, are you crazy? Are you saying that, yeah, study hard, right? The word hard already mean hard life. That's why a lot of people that feel demotivated when you ask them to study so many things. Okay, let me tell you why. Because nowadays, most of the things that we study today will no longer exist in the next 5 years. Is it possible? Is it possible? Maybe your children are studying something that won't even exist in the next 5 years. Yes, a lot of time. Right? So if you keep asking people study hard, yeah, there's an old way, old money. Old money is fine. If this advice applied to 20 years ago, yeah, it's pretty is actually is good. But now we are in the new world. If every time you give advice of study hard, there'll be a problem. They could be wasting most of their time studying something that's totally useless. Okay, let me give you an example here. When we look at Barter chart, yeah, Barter chart, we can actually recommend someone a profession by looking at the chart. So let me share with you a Barter chart here. Okay, there you go. Yeah, this is let's say this is a sample chart. If you are new to this, it's fine. I'm gonna explain to you that whenever someone asks a question, okay, what should my son or daughter should study so they can, what kind of talent this person have, or what kind of profession you will recommend to this person. So we scroll down to this section here. It says 10 profiles. Okay, so let me show you one example here. If you've been trained with Bazi already, you know Bazi. When we able to see the eating god is 88%, okay, and direct resource is also very high. Do you see here? Both are high, 88 and 85. Guys, do you follow? I can say that eating god and direct resource is high. Then this would be a great copywriter. Okay, so by default, you're going to recommend this person go and study hard in copywriting because that's where you can make money. And let me ask you now, is this still relevant in the current world? Yes, no, no, no more. I used to have three copywriters with me, right? now, now I think something else. I know you know what I'm talking about. Right? AI can do way better, faster within seconds, and then they don't throw tantrum. Yeah, they can even able to perform the AI even though a night before they go to clubs. They're no hangover. So therefore, they weren't affected by emotion. So if you advise someone to become a copywriter right now, you ask them to study this, you know you are preparing them to the hard life path already, even though it's not your intention. Okay, so it's no longer study hard in this period. Yeah, it's about being flexible and being adaptable. Is the one will survive in this period nine or this volatile world. Because whatever you learn right now could be disappeared, right? So therefore, think about again. I want to think, right? So a lot of time is not me telling you what to do. The way I do this is for you to think, for you to aware whether this resonate or not. Then only real change can happen. Otherwise, just like me last time, I in my childhood time, I've been told, study hard, you're gonna have a great future. Yeah, now I know it's not. All right. So therefore, I want you to know the way we're reading the chart also very different. Yeah, time has changed. If you still follow the recipe of a hard life, then I would say that you discover that you might have a lot of regret, yeah, later. Okay, now let me share with you the second one here. The second recipe to hard life, or so-called the traditional advice that no longer usable, is this: work hard, working hard. Have you actually heard someone told you work hard? Yeah, you're not hardworking enough. Hustle. Have you heard about this? Okay, because think about this, right? When you work hard, you don't get rich. You get tired. If you're young, you think you still have energy, right? You wait until during your 40s, 50s, when you feel like, the company doesn't really need you anymore, right? Because you're old and your salary is expensive and new one come to replace you. All right, so work hard does not guarantee success anymore. We all know this. Do you know that nowadays a lot of people make more money than a CEO and they do less than a CEO? Okay, so therefore, right now I observe that all the successful entrepreneurs, they don't chase effort, they chase value. You might write this down because wealth energy flows to where the value is. So the question here is, are you valuable? Do you have something that people need or not? Okay, you can check from the barter chart as well. Yeah, let me share with you. Take out your barter chart. The value, yeah, the ability to actually identify and build your value is a lot. Got to trace back to wealth element. Okay, let me show you. Okay, how to read this? Sample barter chart again. You scroll down, scroll down, scroll down until here. And then you look at the wealth. You see a wealth element here. Okay, for this person is only 20%. Little bit weak in terms of building true value. When you have true value, people will need you. All right, you know what people want right now, and you go and learn it. You provide it to them. So therefore, in the old days, when people see your wealth element is strong, they think that you become wealthy, right? Because wealth element actually is not. Wealth element represent that you know what people want, and you were able to learn or acquire the skill so you can provide to them. Therefore, you become valuable. So the higher the spectrum of your wealth element in that radar chart just now, which means you are good in knowing what people want and you're able to provide to them. Is it important? Your wealth does not measure by effort anymore. It's only measured by what? Results. Do you able to provide results or not? Okay. All right, let me ask you. Let's say you want to actually look for strategy to climb the corporate ladder. So you come to me, right? If I can give you the right advice, do you really care whether I'm using BaZi or Chiman or just based on my personal experience? Do you really care? You don't. Because what you want is what? Results. So therefore, now check your wealth element in your chart, see whether it's high or low. Okay, do that now. Okay. And then Jeannie Wong say hi, very good, which means you're sensitive of what people want and you know how to get it. So if you're low, then how? At this point of time, just remain sad. Okay? Cannot. No, no solution yet. All right. Okay. So, and later, by the way, just to let you know, later I'm going to share with you something special at the end of the session. Yeah, just to ensure that you're still staying here with me. So, something special. All right. But for now, if you're zero, just accept it first. Okay, later maybe I can share with you what way to maneuver this. So since value is where the wealth energy flows to, if you have value, then you can make more money, isn't it? For example, like me, if I know BaZi, there's okay, I also know BaZi, I'm gonna pay you 100 $100. But what if I know BaZi, Qi Feng Shui, date selection, and Yi Jing? Different, right? I got more value to offer, agree or not? So therefore, you look at the wealth element. So some of you are asking which one I should look for. Is it a beige color or one? You want to look for the beige color. Let me give you another example here. Not the purple color though. The purple color will change every year. Okay. Now, can you see the chart right now? So now look at the wealth element. So what is the value of this person in terms of wealth element? Look at the beige color, not the purple color. What is the value? Type in the chat box. Not your chart. I mean, the sample I just shared. Zero, right? So is this person really know what their bosses want or what the client want? Not much. Yeah, there are delulu. You know what is delulu? Sometimes could be quite delusional. The boss says A, they think the boss want B. Okay. Yeah, zero, right? Okay. Some of you just asking, what do I mean is zero? Zero is like that, no? Okay. So now, to make you happy a little bit again. So this person is zero, right? But you see the purple color got increased or not? Yes, increase. Purple color represent annual energy. So this year, is that improvement? Is that an improvement for this person for this year, 2025? Yeah, the beige color represent the default energy, but this year is increased, right? So what does it mean? So this year, this person, somehow the ability to recognize value and opportunity are more. So this year, can I say that this person, you're going to advise this person, go and learn something, find out what people want, and then start something. Can I say that? Yes. Yes. Because this person able to recognize that for this year. That's how we use chart to increase the wealth energy. Okay, so it's all about value, no longer working hard. Yeah, if work hard will make you rich, yeah, all the construction worker that work really hard, all these what we call this Grab driver or Uber driver, the higher ride driver. So therefore, they also work really hard, right? But can they make a lot of money? No, right? They trade their time, their energy with money, and in 20 years, they're gonna get tired if they continue to do that, of course, right? But some of them are smart. They only do it for like 1 or 2 years. They once they make some money, they're going to invest in themselves, become better, so they become more valuable. Then they can make more money, they can attract more money. So my question to all of you here, are you valuable to your company that you're working for right now? I mean, based on your gut feeling. You need not to ask your boss, okay? It would be a very weird conversation to ask like this. And yeah, you ask yourself, right? How do you know? Yeah, if the company only able to retain 3 employees in the company, are you one of the 3? If you are, then you're valuable. Then you need not to worry about bonuses or increment. You get it. Just matter of time. All right. Okay, cool. So basically means, in summary, work in important project. Yeah, you don't just need to be the most hardworking employee in the company. If you work in a project that doesn't matter, right, like it's not revenue generating, I don't care. You work from morning until midnight, you're not going to get a lot of money, right? But if you're involved in most important project in the company, right, you're able to perform. That's where you get recognized. Make sense? Yeah, so that's why a lot of people asking me, hey, Iverson, I work really hard every day. How can I cannot make money? The real reason because you work hard. Some people they cannot comprehend this. I thought that all my teachers, everyone told me that it's like that. Yes, it is. But in period 9, the world changed. So now, next time, look at the chart I told you just now. If your wealth element increase, that's the year to acquire new skill and become more valuable. Somehow you're more assertive, you're more alert, and then you're able to know what is important at that moment. Okay? That is the true essence of the wealth element, the ability to identify what is important. Okay, cool. So if your wealth element is high, you have no problems with setting priority. How many of you here, your wealth is high? I would say maybe 80% and above. Okay, so yeah, that one will be because wealth element represent somehow they know. Yeah, priority not just about what to do, When they meet strangers, they can just size up a person within seconds, even before talking to them. Is this person I should spend more time with or I should ignore? Correct or not? If your wealth element is high, that's how you think. They are only white and black. They are no in the between. They are quick in that. Okay, I saw Joanna, Grace Chu, and Lydia, right? So yes, that is how you behave. Okay, good. So this is the second recipe. Yeah, you if you're thinking work hard will make you rich, the answer is no. Okay. All right. So now the next one here I'm going to share with you is the third one. Okay, let me bring back this slide here first. Okay, you see it, hard life, and study hard, work hard, and then the third one here is save hard. How many of you here, you're thinking by just saving money, you're going to actually retire comfortably or retire young? You know it won't work, right? But we're still doing it, right? We know that inflation will outbid the interest and everything, but we're still doing it. I just want you to know, money is energy. It only grows when it's flowing. Okay, if you go to hold the money, you lead to stagnation. So when I say growing, flowing, it means that what? Investing, creating something. Yeah, both work as well. Investing means you make your money to work harder for you. That's investing. Another way here, you're going to create something, a product or whatever that you can sell to people. Creating could mean baking cakes or creating a software can sell or copyright. So this is something that you can do with it. But most of the people, they miss out this one because they keep thinking, I need to save money, to save money. And the more they do that, they miss out a lot of opportunities. And how do we see that? Or how do we see that? Let me trace back to the BaZi again, because some of you just now asking, how about the rest of the thing, right? So the third one is about don't just focus on save money. You must learn how to create. If you want to become rich, right? You need to do this. Either create or invest. So if your output, you see the output here? If your output is strong, let's say your output is strong, the beige color is strong, you can make a lot of money by creating because you're very creative. Okay, it could be art, it could be a food, it could be a intellectual property. But for this person, not so, right? Because you see, it's almost like 40%, not enough. Then maybe he proceed to the second option is investing. So investing is resource. Okay, now this is invest. Okay, I just put the word here, invest, and then output means create. So if this person say, okay, Iverson, you told me you don't want me to just save money, so you ask me to create or invest, what would you advise this person? Focus more on investment or more on designing and creation? Yeah, let's do a simple exercise here. Invest, right? Why? Because that way is higher. Okay, cool. All right, you look at the chart, right? It's higher, right? So therefore, this person, yeah, focus more into investment. Right? Just like Apple company, right? How they make more money? They make money through creating, designing something, right? They change the world. How is Warren Buffett make money? Through investing. So don't you right now, don't you think you know exactly which area that more relatable to you? Right? If you want to create more wealth, is this a useful piece of information for you guys? Can you advise your children or maybe your partners about what to do with it? Because I already told you, three so-called recipe for hard life or the old money. Okay, once you can make adjustment, and a lot of people ask me, hey, Iverson, how do you clear your debt? You keep talking about you're able to actually clear it within 2.2 years, 7 months. How do I do this? Is to do less of all the three. I don't work harder, right? I don't save harder. I don't learn harder. I go and practice. I going to find leverage. So, and I learn how to actually invest and create. I create a lot of softwares that time. I create new programs. Some of you, how many of you here actually attended some of my programs? Okay. Yeah, type the word me. Okay. Okay. What do you realize in the program? Do you see a lot of innovation? Right? Because old world doesn't work anymore, right? I need to actually use the essence of this parts. I still stay true with the system. I still respect it, but how I apply to it has to be relevant to the current world. In the old days, don't have e-commerce site. They don't have cryptocurrency. It's a very different world, right? So if you look at late, I don't have my chart with me here, but I can tell you my chart, my output is super strong. Okay, I'm not telling you here to inspire, to actually uh, telling that I'm very creative. No, I'm just telling you I use that information to lead my whatever I'm doing. Okay, and then I see results from that. Okay, yeah. So now you check your chart. If your output is high, you can do exactly the same thing what I'm doing, or maybe even better. Okay. Yeah, because I'm not someone very hardworking. So if you're more hardworking than me, yeah, in a smart way, maybe we can achieve more. My my favorite thing is I like to watch movie. I like to watch, I also like to eat a lot. How many of you like to eat? I can travel for 2 hours just to eat something delicious. Okay, because in this is just my philosophy. I'm not saying you should apply this. I believe by applying metaphysics should make us have more free time, more freedom to do whatever we want. Instead of a fear base or today is a bad day, you cannot do this. The party chart say this cannot do, unfavorable to you. Okay, that's not how I use it. Yeah, I believe a right application of metaphysics is supposed to give you more peace of mind, not to be so restrictive, like you can do this, you cannot do this. Yeah, that's not how I work. Okay, I hope more people will see it that way. Right, then your life become more enjoyable. Right? Because I don't want to go to extreme. Like some people that really go into extreme mode, like they really can take leave from their job, apply leave for a job because it's a clash day according to their party chart. Can you see how crazy some people is? Yeah, so they take it to the next level. At this level, I cannot comprehend. Okay. So therefore, I feel that they shouldn't learn it, right? Because the more that they apply it in their wrong perception, the worse they become. They're more fearful. Everything also cannot do, then what can do? This cannot eat, that cannot eat, right? So therefore, that's not how I apply it. So now, once we know this is sort of like a foundation about how our what we can do in the current world of period 9. This is the foundation I work with my client. I always tell my client the recipe to hard life. Do you want it or not? Okay. I just gave you one. Do you learn something new today? Okay, yeah, just think about this first. And then now you have a grand plan. Your energy are different now. Yeah, because you don't work with these three recipe anymore. Yeah, the old recipe teach you how to survive. Okay, the new strategy teach you how to thrive. Okay. And some of you are new here, say, I want to learn more about this. You can actually join my Telegram channel as shown on the screen here. So you can know more. It's free, by the way. So you are new here, you need some basics, right? So occasionally I post something there. So you can learn it. I believe in daily little learning, right? It's not like I spend like whole year learning something. I think every day we learn, use 10 minutes to learn something. I think it's pretty cool. I think I just posted a parcel for pet as well, like cat. You can go and see. Yeah, there's also one way of learning parcel. How many of you have seen that? The cat, there's a wealth cat and then there's a resource cat. Okay, yeah, so is that no choice. Sometimes output element too strong. You tend to do something like that. Okay, all right, cool. So this is the old way. Then now the next question here is if this is the old way that doesn't work anymore, then what is the new way? Right? So, like period 9 right now, people are confused. A lot of people losing their job. And do you know that right now you don't even need a full marketing team? Nowadays, a lot of things AI can do it. You just need one person in a marketing team, and then the rest is automated. Yeah, I just get to talk to one marketing agency, and yeah, he refused to accept this at first, like 2 years ago. Like nowadays have this called the agent AI. Yeah, they can do reels for you, content creation, follow up with customer, everything. And then they can do it faster than anyone else. Instead of getting 10 people, they just need one people just to manage the AI system. That's how crazy the world is. Since it's like that, right, you might think, oh my God, right? So how do I actually survive with all this or even thrive even? So one of the way here that most people do is we ask the successful person that already done it, that already basically your idol or someone that can make a lot of money. Normally, the next logical step, we're going to ask those people. We model other people's success. Make sense? Right? Because they've done it before, then we want to know what they think. So this is how you ask the expert. How many of you here already done that? You go and ask a lot of successful people. Sometimes you might not even know them. Maybe it's through online. They open a channel for you to ask them question. So do you do that or not? Yeah, type the word yes if you do it. You want to pick someone brain, right? Especially those that you respect. Yeah, some of you do that, right? Okay, so now, and you realize that 90% of the people that talk about wealth, talk about success, if you are not able to get them, most of the time is either what? You're not hardworking enough, or you need to change your mindset, or maybe you make the wrong decision. Make sense? Right? Because most of them, they preach about what? Hustle. They talk about the right mindset of wealth and also making the right decision. Make sense? If you experienced that before, type the word yes. Well, most of it, right? Yeah. So they try to change your mindset. You should think wealth in different way, not like this, and all this thing like you shouldn't trade your time for money. So it's a good mindset though. Yeah. But one of the thing I discovered, because I also like to talk to those people, I interview them sometime. I pick their brains in exchange for some parts of reading. No choice, right? You need to exchange value. Otherwise, why are they going to talk to you? So I do that. And I discovered one thing. Most of the time, they talk about these three things: hustle, right mindset, and the ability to make the right decision. And I discovered something interesting after talking to hundreds of them. Rarely of them mention the reason they become successful is because of luck as well. And I know there's a reason why they didn't mention that, because if they mention that, it doesn't make them special anymore, isn't it? All right. So they're going to talk about what? Never let go, not giving up, yeah, hustle, determination. But very few of them mention, hey, I get to this level also, some form of luck happening to me. Okay, the grace or divine intervention. But let me ask you, don't you think those people that make it to the next level, that require some form of luck, timing, meeting the right people, or maybe they're born in the right environment? How many of you here actually this relate to you? I'm not saying it's everything, but I would say 50% also based on this. Yeah, why I'm telling you this, because I met with one of these business tycoon, and he's not a millionaire, he's a billionaire, Singaporean. Okay, so and this guy here, he tell me, Iverson, yeah, beside all the hard work and all those things, I also feel I'm lucky. Yeah, meet the right person at the right time, hire the right person. So the timing part is correct. So, and I appreciate him because he's being honest. Both of people don't tell me this. He told me that I'm a pretty lucky person. Yes, he also do his stuff, but the luck part is important. So therefore, I'm thinking about in period 9, everything go to different directions, people are confused. But why not you have more luck? If you have more luck, don't you think we tend to do the right thing? We tend to meet the right people at the right time. Whenever the economy situation or the trend shifting, we are the first one to know. Don't you think this is good? How many of you here during pandemic time, you end up suddenly starting something that make a lot of money? You don't know. You even don't know, but you don't know that pandemic will happen. but somehow your plan are doing something, somehow the pandemic benefits you a lot without even changing your business model. Some people are, right? Some people don't. Some people got bankrupt, but some people they make way more money. For example, during pandemic time, if you are teaching online courses, do you make a lot of money? Yes, no? A lot. Double, triple. Yeah, because some of my clients, they are online trainer. They told me that most of their money are made during those time because that time no one going out. They have no choice, stay at home and they have a need to learn something. They need to become productive. So they sign up a lot of online courses. How many of you here, you sign up most of your online courses during pandemic time, 2020 until maybe 2022, right? So some people that happen to be in that profession, they make a lot of money. If this is not luck, what is that? And then some people I met now, they told me business declining. I cannot repeat the success during pandemic time. How many of you actually discovered that as well? Okay, but at that time, right, because the timing is different, luck is changing. So in summary, we don't need we don't just need luck for 1 or 2 years. We hope that we actually blessed with luck so we can able to react and do the right thing even though that's not what you plan. Somehow you do it and you get results. Don't you think it's cool? All right, because I'm telling you this because when I start learning this, I thought everything is effort, human effort. No. Most of the big success they're getting is about timing. So therefore, the secret to achieve success in period 9 is about increasing your luck. Okay? All right? Increasing, not buying crystal or wearing different color of shirts or not something like this. So when we mention luck, what it actually means here is alignment. Okay, so if you have a lot of issues, you don't know why one bad thing happened over another, how come it's like that? So it's about align. It's the alignment part. When aligned, everything works. Let me show you a picture about alignment here. Do you see this? Have you heard about someone say when all the stars align? Have you heard that word before? That is like you're driving on the street, right? Every traffic light is a green color that you go through. Have you experienced that before? A long stretch of traffic lights, somehow you don't even plan it, all is green color. That is what I call a line. And how many of you here you experience at certain moment in your life, everything just work for you effortlessly. Right people turning up, the right timing, you meet people, helpful people, yeah, and even you're doing the right thing, you just know what to do. You feel it, right? That feeling that you're on fire. So therefore, this is what we call luck. All right, when everything aligns. So in metaphysics, we have this concept of alignment as well. So is to align these three together. Okay, heaven, earth, man. I think you heard about this before. The heaven realm, the earth realm, and the man realm. So when we say we want to thrive in this period 9, we need alignment. These are the three realms that we are working with. So we try to make the best alignment that we can. So now, how do we do this, right? You might think, hey, do I need to, wear certain color of your shirt? No, not that time. All right. So alignment means energy alignment. So the system we use to align heaven, earth, and man boils down to this system: BaZi, Feng Shui, and Qi. How many of you here you learn all the three system? Type the word me. You type 3. If you learn 2, you type 2. If 1 will be one of them, or 0 means you're new. Okay, most of you, wow, a lot of you here 3. Cool. Okay, so exactly, so you need to relearn because you actually having this knowledge that able to make alignment. BaZi, at the top here, BaZi is about timing. Do you know that your BaZi, you have prime time in your whole life? Okay, do you know where your prime time is? It could be some people could be 10 years, some people could be straight 20 years. So whatever you make during these 20 years is good enough to sustain for the rest of your life. Yeah, so this is the concept. If you know where your prime time, you need not to work hard for all the years, right? You just need to plan when is the striking point. Is it important? Yes. Okay. I actually resigned from my job at the age of during my prime time, 2 years before my prime. I do that. Am I afraid? Yes, of course, right? On paper, it looks like that, right? But when you're actually doing it, tender resignation, and you keep asking, what am I doing here? Yeah, the fear is there. Yeah, because when I start applying, right? What if I read it wrongly? So, but I start to see the effect. Yeah, things start changing. So because before the prime, I don't know what to do. I just enjoy my life, just go out with my friends to clubs, everything. Yeah, but I once I learn parts, I know where's the prime. Okay, so this is the part that we look for. Therefore, the parser is in the heaven realm. We call this the timing. Yeah, let me show you again. Okay, there you go. Here. So the Earth is sometimes we don't have our good parser. We can use the benefit of our energy from our environment to help us to align as well. Yeah, maybe we feel better. Yeah, in a good feng shui house you stay, you feel more happy, you're more motivated, you're more driven. Yeah, so you attract great people, you build great relationship with others. All is about feng shui. So even you cannot sometimes, like some of you ask, right? Hey, what if my prime start at 60 years old? So which means that if let's say now you're only 20 years old, then don't wait for the time, right? Use feng shui. Make sense, guys? All right. So someone asked also, how do I find the prime time? Prime time is based on the luck pillar. Okay. Yeah, when we have time, we discuss more on that. So, but now I want you to understand the concept first. So feng shui, feng shui is about that part. Because some of you might pass your prime. Yeah. So what are you going to do? Use feng shui to align back. And the third one here is why you learn Qigong, because it's on the man realm. What is the man realm means? Man realm is about the ability to get support from your friends, your bosses, so people. That's why we call man realm. Do you realize that everything we want in life comes from others? Even you're running your own business, right? Who pays? How do you make money? Your client pays you. Right? Everything you want in life actually come from others. So is it about the man part? Yes. Do we need other people to help us? Yes. We need to form a group. We cannot do everything by one person. But the irony part of it as well, everything we don't want also come from others. Agree or not? Sometimes we're being sabotaged. Or we meet a scammer and then we just got cheated by all our life saving. Also people. So can I say that everything we want and the thing we don't want also come from people? Betrayal, for example, or someone attacked you. So when your alignment is right with the man realm, then you get support. And opposite, when your man realm is not aligned, you get pain, you get disappointment, you feel betrayed. Have you met some people that keep telling you who betray me, that kind of thing? All right. So probably the man part need alignment. Okay. I also met people say, how come all the boyfriend I meet also a player? When can I meet the right one? Alignment is wrong. So therefore, you fix the man part, the alignment part. So in our topic today, we talk about wealth. So the man part related the right people or partner or the team or introducer that help us to get to the next level or get us more opportunities. Sometimes it could be you're just one person away that can change your life. We don't know. So therefore, the man alignment also important. So now, when these three align, heaven, earth, and man align, so which means this one all align. Let me give you a better perspective of here. Yeah, there you go. heaven, earth, and man, each governed by a system. When all these three align, then what will happen? You get luck. You got supreme luck. Yeah, so if you cannot adjust all the three, how about two out of three? All right. Also pretty good, right? Yeah. So I don't want you to think, oh, I must align all the three. No, sometimes two out of three, you can make a lot of changes. Okay. So this is the thing we are aiming for period nine. So because things change so fast, one fixed method won't able to help you to win for a certain period of time. The ability to change, attract the right people, or ability to anticipate a trend, you need luck. You need intuition. So don't you think in period nine, alignment is super important? Yes. Yeah. So the skill that you need to master here is the art of alignment. There are so many techniques. There's not like one system govern alignment. You need to depends on the level you're in. You use different technique, right? So there's a technique for millionaire. There's a technique for someone just starting up like a student. There'll be a different technique for billionaires, right? So all of us here need some learn some application technique to do this. And you know why? You know why it's like this? Because some of you already know about this term called the curse of crimson horse and red goat. How many of you heard about this? Yes. All right. So what does it mean? It means that in 2026 and 2027, yeah, there will be a very chaotic because it's a full horse, a full fire element between these 2 years. It just destroy everything, right? Everything need to be restart. So a lot of chaotic, a lot of strong foundation will be weakened or collapse. Is it a good thing or bad thing? Depends also, right? Because I would say that you also heard before that most millionaires are created during crisis. Yes. Yeah, the most millionaire actually created during because where there's a diversity, the reason is that this because when there will be a lot of all this economic uncertainty, the level field, yeah, that will be level up, the playing field will be level up. Because the big organization right now have trouble. They don't have much time to monitor everything. If you are new, you're just starting up, you can make changes the fastest, right? The bigger the organization is, the harder for them to change direction, isn't it? Every direction shift require a lot of money, a lot of risk. But when you are just starting, yeah, you can change, you can pivot so quickly, and that's where you go unnoticed. You can do whatever you want during this period of time. Okay, so therefore you can see it's a danger. You also can see it's an opportunities if you know what to do. Okay, now let me give you one piece of good news here. But it could be a good news to someone, it could be a bad news to another person. Do you want to know this or not? Type the word, yeah. Later you cannot sleep, don't blame me, all right? Okay. All right. Okay, sure. Are you sure? Okay, good. So I think that yeah, you can sum up the information, right? Okay, good. So let me show you this. A lot of people asking me this question. Okay, since this is a period of volatility, right? Who will able to capitalize on this opportunity the most? Do you want to know the answer? Okay, there are certain charts that can capitalize. They can see more opportunities than the rest. Since all of you here saying you want to know this, now let me show you the element. Rainwater. Okay? All right, this Chinese word here. Rainwater. Now, the question here is how do you know how do you use this? Very simple. You just check your chart. Just check your parter chart right now. Okay, don't be afraid. Some of you start to cry already. Okay, please hold your tears first until I review the answer. Look at this. In your parter chart, only the natal chart, do this person or the sample chart here has the rainwater element? Yes, I just circled for you. Okay, got three. Quite good. I'm not saying they'll be super rich, right? You need to know the technique. But among all people, these are the people that can recognize opportunities first. Okay, whether you get it depends on whether you take action or not, right? Some people they see opportunities, but they're afraid. But at least you can see it first. So now take a look at your own destiny chart. How many rainwater you got? This one's just ability to detect opportunities, all right? Don't think this is the ticket or the so-called the promise to be rich. No, this one is just you have a knack for it. Okay, some of you have, some of you don't. Okay, all right. So if you have it, then it's good. So which means these 2 years, if you're still in your prime, according to your parser, and then you have this element, then it's pretty good for you. Okay. Basri asks, hidden branch included? Yes, of course. Okay, no matter where it is, whether it's a heavenly stem or hidden stem is fine. Okay, good. So now, for those who don't have it, what is it the end of the world? Let me tell you one good story here. Okay, this is just one technique and it's not the most powerful one. Happy now? Okay. Yeah, this is just a kindergarten level one technique. Do you want to know the more powerful one? Yeah, but the more powerful one, they have this so-called the time limit. And I need to count all of you here consider lucky because you when I at this point of time is the right timing. Okay, let me show you the period 9 timing first because alignment got to do with timing. Most of the time, timing is the one. Right time to get married, right time to give birth, so many things. Right time to look for a job, right time to retire. Everything is about timing. So in order to master the timing part, we need to look at the overall period 9. And some of you follow me in my Telegram before. I keep mentioning about the wealth portal we open. Have you heard about this? Yeah, well, when the wealth portal is opening, which is very rare, then whatever you do within those period will be amplified 10x. You see opportunities, and to some people, they can even reset their wealth destiny. And the thing here is, this portal doesn't open that often. The recent one, this portal opening is 2020 second quarter. 2020 is like how many years ago? 4 years ago, 4 years plus. So now 2025, this portal open again. Okay, let me show you. This is another rare portal opening from September until December this year. Not every year though, this year. And I actually mentioned here, it says that a rare window where timing and alignment can rewrite your financial destiny. And this is why I I actually told all of you here, you must have some form of good luck, right? Otherwise, you won't get access to this piece of information. Yeah, don't worry. Yeah, later on by the end of the webinar, I tell you what you can get from here. Okay, now you just listen first. Now, this one here, the thing here is some people say, hey, Iverson, why is September from December? Yeah, how do you arrive this information? Yeah, because some of I received some questions say I've been practicing for Patzer for 20 years or achievement for 20 years. How come I didn't know about this? Can you share with me how do you get the answer? Is it you dream about it, suddenly you wake up, someone or there's an old man in your dream that tell you this? Or what is the reason behind it? Now, let me ask you again. Do you want to know the reason? Do you want to know the reason? Okay. Okay, so now for those that don't know anything about this technical part, can you just pretend to understand first? Because it does not stop you from benefit from today's session. This one is just to help to explain to some busybody. Okay, people like to learn this, right? Why, right? So it's fine because I actually encourage people to have curiosity. Okay, now if you want to know the technical part, I need to be fair here because some of you are totally new. But if you want to know the technical part, I can explain to all of you here. Type the word yes if you want to hear about this. So you must have some body, a busybody element inside you in order for you to say yes, right? Okay, good. Okay, now now I'm going to explain this once because I don't want to bore the beginner. If you understand, you understand. If you don't, you don't. It's fine. Because whether you understand or not, it doesn't stop the portal from opening. Okay. All right. Later, in the end, I tell you how do you benefit from it. So how I derive from this is based on this. The achievement chart for 2025. Okay, I explained this one time before to all the FSA London students. I want to explain to you right now. Okay, some of you know Chiman, right? So you know that when we talk about money, we look at, okay, let me just, where is the part? Okay, this one. We look at here, live door. We look at live door, right? Say yes if you understand this. Even you don't understand, just pretend, just type yes. Yeah, so it make you appear to be very participative. Okay, good. Now, this live door, which means a portal, is it a powerful portal? Is it come with chief? Is it come with chief? Yes. Is it a powerful live door? Is it a powerful wealth portal? Yes, it is definitely. And then now you have a pillar. You see a pillar here? Pillar, right? So what the pillar going to do here? Pillar is a fan yin. If you learn Qigong before, so fan yin means what? You trigger it, right? You change it. You open it. Yeah, you need the fan yin element to open something. It won't just open like this. So if you learn Qigong before, is the pillar in the fan yin position? Yes or no? Yes, because the original pillar position is in the west, isn't it? So now it got triggered. And now, do you see this element? What is this element? Rainwater. And did I say that rainwater is useful? Even your parts just now you don't have, those who are already crying just now you're fine because this rainwater appearing here. Is it the right element in the right place or not with the live door? Yes. So for those who just now say, well, how come life is not fair? I don't have the rainwater. Now you see there's a rainwater appearing, which means you can use it. The only drawback in this chart here is everything, no matter how good it is in what? Emptiness. Emptiness means that it's not accessible. There are no internet connection. Even the portal have opening, there's no direct access to it. So which means no matter how powerful the well portal is, it's non-functioning. And if you learn Qigong before also, when the depth and emptiness will be removed. When? Okay, Qigong student here. When the DE will remove, opposite palace, right? So opposite palace of east is west. So west is which month? September. Now you know where September is. Okay? So you see death door, right? Death door means what? New beginning. Destroy everything, restart. Is that what you want? Yeah, destroy the problem, restart again because this one will activate the live door. So it's like level up the playing fields. Rewrite your destiny. Guys, make sense? If you learn Qigong, I want you to understand why I'm doing this. Okay, cool. So now you know disruptor mean change, right? So it's opening the door, and then tiger represent energy. So which means September is the starting point. So when it will end? I believe the portal cannot open forever though. All right. So now you look at since the September is opening is powerful, September month is a starting point. So it's in the west, right? West is metal. Okay, it's metal. If you don't know now, you know west is metal. How about northwest? Northwest also metal, right? Yes, metal. So the energy of September, can it actually pass through until northwest? Northwest govern October, and November, right? Does that able to share this energy? Yes, same element. Cool. So the energy is still going. And then let's after that they go to north. North is water. Does the metal produce water? Metal produce water or not? So the energy is still flowing? Yes. Okay, so and November North sector represent December, if you learn achievement before, right? So September until December. Now you might think, how about January? January is in Northeast. Northeast is what box already? Earth. Earth counter water. Ending. Close again. Okay, so that's how we derive the starting and ending of it. Now, do you understand this? Okay, good. And now you understand, right? Because I keep talking about wealth portal, say why. Now you know how important this portal is. And I tell you exactly the starting point and also the ending point of it. So where you should pay attention to, I'll pay attention to the west starting point because that's where the portal opening. Okay. So that's why I told all of you here, you are actually somehow I think you might did something correct that you have this knowledge came across to you. Yeah, some of you might actually signing up for this webinar, but somehow they are not free or the work get in the way, they don't get this. But all of you here, you got this. So Michael we say, how do I stumble into this knowledge? I don't think I'm that talented. Okay, I think I got this knowledge because I do the alignment. When you do the alignment, you have intuition. Okay, Michael V. All right. So a lot of people say, I was say, is it your chart or talent in metaphysics? No, I don't. Okay. My chart is not that intelligent. Yeah, so I think that in the alignment that I do, yeah, help me to see this. I see it once in 2020, the second quarter. That's why in 2019, actually, I conducted a period 9 class. I think that one is in Kuala Lumpur. How many of you actually attended that one? Yeah, that one is a very that time when I started, that's my first period 9 class. Yeah, I discovered that 2020 is the first wave. Okay. Yeah, so that's how we got that one. And now the next one is here. You better don't miss it because it doesn't happen that often. So later I tell you what you can do with this, but I want to understand the concept first. But for some of you are very new here, you don't know what I'm talking about, is still fine. All you need to know is September to December is the important time to change your wealth destiny. Right? If you've been struggling for so many years, you don't know why, you work hard, you're a kind person, you pay all the taxes, basically you're obedient citizen. How come this happened to me? Because energy doesn't reward good people. It reward aligned people. That's the thing. That's why I see some people, they are a bit not honest, but they still can make a lot of money. Right? So therefore, because when it's aligned, things comes to you. Okay, so now let me ask you, do you want to learn more about the alignment or not? This portal. Do you want to learn more about this portal? All right, opening from September and December. All right, so it does not mean your wealth only can make within this moment. When you kickstart it, it can actually extend beyond the month, but you make sure something must happen between September and December. Do you get me? I don't want to think that, okay, the wealth will end in December. No, it just means within these 4 months is the kickstart month. For example, like you want to get someone to marry you, you need to marry within these 4 months. Otherwise, this person will move on with someone else. But it does not mean if you get married, doesn't this person will disappear after December. No, you can last through your lifetime. Okay, all right. I think you understand this metaphor here, right? So I actually know about this, and that's why I actually, if you're interested to learn this, I create and organize all this information into this program. I think some of you heard about this before, Born for Wealth. How many of you here actually are already enrolled for this? Born for Wealth 2 days live stream on from 18 to 19 October. Okay, good. All right, going to talk about all these three alignment. That's why I'm using BaZi, Feng Shui, and Qigong here. And now you know why I studied in October. Okay, later I tell you why October. Okay, now is it within the range or not? Yeah, September, October, November. If I do it on December, also can, right? It's still within the scope. So I do it on October. Now that's the reason I choose this time. I don't want to miss the portal. I want this class to happen within the wealth portal. Okay, so now once you know this, the next question here is, okay, what is the investment would look like? Okay, this class here will come with an investment of 1,297, and you're going to learn all this alignment about how do you make use of this, not only for this year but for the whole period 9, which means next 2 years until 2043. Okay, I think you deserve this information because the time frame is 4 months. If you wait other time to learn this, or then you miss out the window. Yeah, you don't get the same results. Because remember just now there's a life and death door, which means there's a chance for you to restart your whole financial energy. I don't care whether your chart got wealth element or not, the portal are more powerful. Okay, so now this one here is, let me show you some details here. Yeah, we talk about this alignment, about BaZi, Feng Shui, and Qigong. So I'm using this, you're going to learn these three systems. Yeah, it's all about alignment to the cosmic trinity: wealth direction, wealth luck, and the wealth strategy. Okay, the thing I would like to point out here is, the whole BaZi, Feng Shui, and Qigong in the old days, we actually apply it in a way slow and steady. Because in old days, people don't like someone to succeed very young, right? Have you heard about the word Kyok Tap Sapte? You need to build your foundation, work slow, hard, and then take time, be patient. Hopefully, by the age of 50 years old, retire rich. Yeah, but in period 9, if you approach using that model, I'm afraid you face a lot of challenges because nowadays you realize a lot of, even during their early 20s, they already become millionaires. Did you actually realize this? Yeah, so many people right now, right? So therefore, the whole system, I going to do it in a way that all the application revolve around speed, quick results. Yeah, I'm not going to wait, okay, apply this and wait for 10 years before it becomes fruitful. No. You cannot survive that in period 9 because so many people get ahead of you. Okay? Do you like speed or not? Okay, so this is one good thing about this system here. I engineer it that way. And some of you might learn also a lot of different system, different technique. So in application, there are so many. You might think, Iverson, how do I apply this? I think this is a valid concern because even in Feng Shui, there are 1,000 formulas, right? Which one is useful, which one is not? We don't know. Some of them even overlapping. One say is good, one say is bad, right? Then how? Therefore, in this program here, Born for Wealth, I'm going to introduce a framework. Okay, so this is a wealth freedom framework. So I'm going to tell you this step by step to follow. What go first? What is the sequence? What is the dosage amount? Everything are laid out clearly. So even your beginner, you might think, Iverson, I don't know Feng Shui, I don't know BaZi, but I only want one thing. I want to create a better financial standing. Then this will be useful for you because you don't need to have any prior knowledge or experience in this. Okay, because I'm going to guide you how to do this. Okay, this framework is something like that. Okay, so it's easy. Yeah, so there's a step, there's a framework for this Born for Wealth. So it'll be useful for beginners and also for seasoned practitioner as well. Okay, good. So let me tell you, this is the dates, 18 and 19 of October. I'm going to do it via live stream, so you need not to spend your money to travel to Malaysia. You're gonna learn this right at the comfort of your own home. You can learn all this. So now let me actually lay out everything for you. I'm going to show you something interesting shortly. If you look at this, Born for Wealth, the core program, this would be the investment 1297. Okay. But if you join us or those already joining us, thank you for that. You will get a VIP bonus. This VIP bonus is because I discovered a lot of people have a lot of knowledge. They want to be a coach or whatever, but they don't know how to convert information and monetize it. Right? Like some of you, you learn BaZi, want to be a BaZi coach, you don't know how. Maybe you are someone you're good in piano, right? You are a pianist, but you don't know how to get clients. So therefore, you will get a bonus of this, the Millionaire Coach Secrets. This is big thing in period 9. Do you realize nowadays everyone want to be a coach? Some of them, they want to plan to be a coach after they're retired so they can do something like this. So you get this bonus for free if you're joining us. So this would be the VIP bonus of what I call the Millionaire Coach Secrets. Okay, so it's about turn coaching knowledge into lucrative $1 million business. Now, you're going to get this. Are you interested? This is a bonus. This doesn't come by often. If you want this, you grab this. Now, therefore, I listed out here again. The VIP bonus is called the Millionaire Coach Secrets. Now, how many of you here are investors? Or you want to improve your investment luck? Okay, yeah. So investment knowledge, you can learn from the expert. There are so many respected experts out there. But how about the luck part? Do you think luck is so important? Yes. Okay, so therefore, if you are on board with us today, then for the first 30, you're going to get another bonus, still with the second bonus, called Supercharge Your Investment Luck. And again, let me repeat this again. I'm not teaching investment knowledge, like what asset class it is, all these things. That's why I leave it to the expert. I'll focus on what I do best, is how to increase luck in form of investment. Cool? Okay, this part you cannot get it elsewhere. Okay, so this is what the same technique I'm helping my clients. Now I decided to share with you. So I create the second bonus for this for free if you're joining us today. Okay, cool. So now, in total here is if you sign up for this individually, it will cost you 2,291. Yeah, imagine you have all this knowledge that you can help not only yourself, your family to breathe through period 9. Okay, for the next 19 years. Now, for if you join us today, instead of you invest 2,291, you're going to actually get everything above just for 597. Okay, so you save 73%. And there you go. This is the link, joeyup.com/BFW. BFW stand for Born for Wealth, the main core program. Okay, to get not only the core program, which is super important, but also to do additional bonus. I'm not going to sell the bonus because it's priceless. Normally I just share with my VIP clients, but I think this is important for everyone. So I decided to be part of this bonus. Okay, good. So now the offer will expire in 24 hours. So therefore, enroll now at joeyup.com/BFW. And one more thing, this is perfect for all levels, like beginner, no experience needed. And if you look at this, right, some of you might worry, I'm not able to make it to those specific dates. Then don't worry, even the main program, Born for Wealth, and all the bonuses will come with 7-day replay option. So within the 7 days, you can actually watch it over and over again. Even you're able to attend live, you also will get the 7-day replay. Don't worry. Okay, so there we go. And if you look at this investment, so many goodies you can get. If you look at per year, right, only $1.40 per day in exchange for investment that could transform your financial destiny within this wealth portal. Okay, so schedule the date, 18 and 19 October. When you schedule it, you make it a reality. Okay. Oh, yeah. One more thing. Remember just now I told you, there are one more special thing for you. Remember the Rare Wealth Portal? Some of you asking, how do I benefit from it? Because it's starting from September. Now, if you join us today, Yeah, listen carefully. If you join us today, our team already make this decision. If you join us now, you're not only getting two bonuses, you're going to get the third one. This is the one. How do we use the wealth portal? How about I share with you great manifestation date in September? So you can prepare yourself before the October class, right? So some of you asking, what can I do in September? Now, this is the answer for you. I'm going to select all these powerful manifestation date during this special wealth portal awakening for September. This is your bonus. And those people that already joined us early, you will get this automatically. You have no choice, but you need to accept it. Okay? We take care of all the early adopters. You're going to get it. Automatically upgrade. But for some of you here, you haven't joined us, this is your chance. Why? Because the offer, this third bonus, the offer is by this month. Because next month, by then we're going to start to share the dates already. If you enroll this in October, also no use. If I give you the bonus, also no use, right? Because all the dates is within September. So therefore, the offer expire. If you want this, I recommend you to do it now, right? Otherwise, once the slot is full, then that's it. Okay, so let me make it easier for you. So this is the link, joeyup.com /BFW. So if you join us today, you get an additional one. Okay, the third bonus, wealth portal manifestation for the date of September. So the actual date, I go to the team will share with you later. So we're going to do this during September. Okay, do you like this or not? Yeah, so therefore you have something happening in September, and this prepares you to the October main core program. So you get the benefit first. Otherwise, you wasted 1 month already, right? So now we take care of you. The month of September, we have something for you. And once you do that, you manifest. Don't worry, I'm going to teach you exactly how to manifest. It's not that hard. A lot of people they manifest. Do I need to spend like 1 hour sitting there, or do I need to kill a chicken? That one is Chinese movie, all right? Okay, manifestation is something very scientific. It's about assessing certain frequency. When we align that frequency with the wealth portal frequency, you able to download the wealth energy. Okay, so even you're a beginner, don't worry. Yeah, you need not to have any talent to do it. But you want to grab this, you better be it now because the offer will expire soon. Okay, all right. So let me show you again. There you go. Yeah. So if you do it today, you'll get everything. The first one, millionaire code secrets, the supercharge your investment lock for the second one, and the third one, wealth portal manifestation dates. Okay, Siana asked about the date of the manifestation. Is it on August? No, it's on September. Yeah, September. The good days actually in the third and fourth week of September. I already selected it, but I'll choose a day to share with you all the important days. Okay, all right. So do you like this bonus? Yeah, so this one only for you. I don't I don't share this with other YouTube platform or whatever. Okay, I take care of my student, and I think you deserve it because some of you here you support me for so long. Yeah, because some of people ask me, Iverson, can you just disclose it like this? He say, is there a karma or something for me? No, because as long as I'm helping people, and then there's an energy exchange because you enroll for this, right? So so therefore I decided to give it to you. And remember, make use of it because this portal doesn't come often. You can do it some other day. I mean, if you know this selection, you can choose manifestation date for all year long. I know most of you know how to do it. But now, within the portal, within the month of opening of the portal, that is super rare. So are you destined for this? You decide. Okay? All right. How about learn how to apply? Don't worry. I'll take care of that part for you. I've been teaching even beginners since 10 years ago to ensure them to know how to apply. Yeah, don't worry about that part. That part, let me do the weightlifting. Okay, on your part, you just need to know one thing. You must have the desire to become better financially. Remember, no philosophical thinking. Remember that? Okay. I told you all from the start, right? Because if your energy are not aligned, it's very hard for you to get there. You need to be unapologetically want to be rich. You don't care what other people say. Because they don't understand you. They don't understand your goal. They don't understand your big intention to help your family. Yeah, let them do all the talking. You know, all the haters, most of the time, they are very free. So they have time to talk about others. Yeah, they have a lot of time. Yeah, so don't care about them. Okay. Okay. Good. So now, yeah, that is the bonus I able to offer to all of you here. Okay, Ginger Lau say I cannot seem to get into the registration link. Yeah, sometime when there are a lot of people accessing at the same time, there'll be some issue. I think the team can help you on that. Okay, guys, next time improve the server resources, okay? SK. Yeah, yeah, sometimes it happen like that. Don't worry, either you wait for a few seconds or you talk to Carrie or SK, they can help you out. And yeah, I forgot to mention one thing is some of you, you want to actually opt for installment plan. You can talk to them as well. They can able to work out something for you. Okay, and by the way, I only teach this once. Because if I teach this after the wealth portal, it will defeat the purpose already. Yeah, that's the thing. Okay, good. Any question you guys want to ask me? Do you enjoy today's webinar? Right? If you have any question, you can ask me now. I will spend like 10 minutes here answering your questions based on what I shared today. You have anything you need me to clarify for you? Feel free to do so now. Okay, Luna Sin asks, I have a startup clothing brand to be launched. What action should I do from September to December before launch? I think first of all, you need to gain clarity first, right? Clarity on what could happen that actually make or break your business. Because when you do manifestation, one of the things we hear is the clarity part. The clarity is not about knowing what to do, it's more on why you're doing it. Because the more you know the why, yeah, then you know exactly what to do and prioritize. Yeah, Luna says, so I think we start with answering the big why first. Okay, most of the time when we know the whole reason, all these things can be answered easily. So I will advise you the first step, do the manifestation. Okay, all right. So Cornelia Cara say, how to detect prime time? Prime time is not the wealth luck pillar. A lot of people think like that. A lot of people think when I go through the wealth luck pillar is my prime. No, sometimes it could be money problems. Yeah, how do we know, right? Wealth does not mean all the time making money. It could be lose money. So the prime time, we look at the usability of the element at that time. So we also look into the principle of wealth strong, self strong principles. There are a few things we consider for that. Yeah, Cornelia Cara. Yeah. So because to activate it, yourself must be strong and the wealth has to be strong at the same time. Helen asked when is a good time to launch a website for a new business. I would use the good time to prepare to think, because launching website nowadays is something very common. I would use the good time to do preparation. Yeah, if you're prepared right, you execute right, that that is more important than the time you launch a website. Okay, I'm going to use a good time to do preparation, and also when you want to sell something, yeah, we're going to do that. These are the normally we pick for if you want for online business. Gloria Gomez say if my resource is earth, our earth industry is the best investment. No, no, no. We cannot assume that resource is your best investment. So when we look at best investment, we look at the hour pillar, not what is your resource element. Chia Chin asks, if zero wealth in my natal five structure chart, can I still achieve wealth via manifestation? Whether your chart got wealth element or not, you still can be super rich if you know the way and you're willing to put effort. Why I can tell you this? Because one of my client, he's a billionaire and he don't have any wealth element in the chart. Because a lot of people assume that you need wealth element to be wealthy. I used to think that way as well until I see so many anomaly. Now I see it in a different way of the chart. Okay, so Chia-Chin Lu, don't worry about the presence or absence of the wealth element. I don't even bother about it. Someone asked me to repeat the explanation of Brandon Yu. So ask to explain the wealth portal. Wow, I need to, if I want to explain again, I need to actually spend another 30 minutes. Probably if I'm not say I this is a promise, we try to work out maybe a replay if that's possible. But yeah, I'm not promise anything because it depends on the timing and the schedule of all these things because there are so many things happening. So we do our best. Okay. Okay, Mimi asks, do you interpret the achievement chart either asker or problem in the middle of the chart? No, because the chart I'm using just now is a year chart. Okay, you cannot use if you want to interpret the asker or the problem, you need to use forecasting chart. Okay, all right. So I hope that you enjoyed today's session. I think you learned a lot today, right? Yeah. Now is the bridging between the old money and the new money. Now we are at the middle. So at the middle, most of the people we are a bit confused and we don't know what to do. We afraid. Yeah. We hope that things will change back to where it used to be, and unfortunately, it won't. So we have no choice but to move forward. So the best thing we can do right now is, since things move so fast, we need to stay aligned. When we are aligned, we're able to embrace, we're able to anticipate, and we are ready to take action. Okay, good. All right. Thank you, all of you here today for joining me. And I hope to see you again in this Born for Well program. And before that, in September, we will talk about the dates for manifestation first, so you can activate this rare wealth portal. And I hope the force is stay with you for this year and beyond. Until then, I'll see you again next time. Okay, take care of your health, all the best. I'll see you again. I'm Iverson. Bye bye.